Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to the lecturer, Mr. Nanang. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Arif Fadil from 2023 E-Class, Digital Business with student ID through 23081494330. Today, I will present my research proposal titled Implementation of Predictive Analytics to Increase Product Sales on TikTok Shop, a case in Indonesia. Okay, on to the first one is background and research gap. In today's digital era, consumer behavior has shifted significantly, especially in how people shop online. One of the fastest growing platforms in Indonesia is TikTok Shop, particularly among Generation Z. Although there is an abundance of user and transaction data, most businesses are not yet utilizing this data effectively. Previous studies have mainly focused on large platforms like Shopee or Tokopedia. The research gap I identify is the lack of studies that explore the use of predictive analytics specifically on TikTok Shop. Okay, on to the next one is research questions and objective. This research designed to answer three main questions. The first one is how can predictive analytics improve product sales on TikTok Shop? The second one is which variables have the most influence on sales prediction? The third one is how can a simple prediction model to be developed to support decision making, and the objective are to analyze, identify, and develop predictive model using TikTok Shop data. On to the next one is benefits and output or research contributions. So the research offers three main benefits. There is academic, practical, and social. The first one is on academic side, adds to the literature on machine learning in social commerce. The second one is practical. On practical side, helps businesses design more effective data-driven sales strategies. And the third one is on social side. It promotes digital literacy among MSMEs. The expected output is a practical, data-driven sales prediction model with visual insights for business users. Okay, on to the next one is research methodology. So I applied descriptive quantitative approach and use an applied research type. The research uses secondary data from industry reports and public data sets such as Kaggle, Katadata, Data Reportal, and others. The prediction model is developed using machine learning algorithms such as linear regressions, decision tree, and random forest. Model development follows a prototyping method. Okay, on to the next one is why quantitative and method justifications. So I choose quantitative approach because the goal is to analyze numerical relationships between variables like viewers, engagement, and sales volume. And the descriptive quantitative research allows systematic analysis and enables model building for predictions. This method is ideal for digital businesses challenges that demand fast data-driven decisions. Compared to exploratory qualitative approaches, this design fits better with the available data and research goals. Okay, on to the next one is research flow. So I will explain the research flow of my study in detail. This research consists of 8 main stages, starting from identifying the problem to delivering practical recommendation for business. On to the first stages is problem identifications. So in this first stage, I observe the current phenomenon where TikTok Shop is growing rapidly, but predictive analysis is rarely used by sellers. I review preliminary research and industry reports to understand the existing gap. As a result, I formulated specific research questions and objectives to address these issues. Onto the second stages is literature review and needs analysis. So at this stage, sorry, at this stage, I conducted a literature studying using a literature study using journals and publications related to TikTok Shop, TikTok Shop, predictive analysis, big data, and machine learning. I also analyzed the real needs of small businesses or MSMEs on TikTok Shop. Many of them rely on trial and error methods rather than data. This phase, this phase produced a conceptual framework and clarified that a simple prediction model is needed. On to the third stages. So since access to TikTok Shop internal data is limited, I use secondary data from credible sources. These include public datasets on Kaggle related to e-commerce transaction, industry statistic from Data Reportal, Katadata, and other reports, and previous case studies relevant to consumer behavior and social commerce platforms. The social commerce platforms. The selected data were filtered and prepared to ensure they match the research objective. On to the fourth stages is data pre-processing and exploration. So before building the model, I perform data pre-processing, which includes handling missing values and duplicates, normalizing numeric data such as views, uh, prices, and engagement metrics. And the next one is encoding categorical variables if I need it, and splitting the data into training 80% and testing is 20% set at 20% sets. I also visualize the data using graphs to identify patterns and outliers, ensuring the dataset is clean and ready for modeling. Onto the fifth stages, predictive model and development. In this core stage, I applied three supervised machine learning algorithms. The first one is linear regression, is to model simple linear relationships, and the second one is decision tree, is to handle more complex and non-linear patterns, and the third one is random forest, is to for improving prediction accuracy using multiple decision trees, uh, for improving prediction accuracy using multiple decision trees. These algorithms were implemented using Python and scikit-learn library. Each model was trained using the clean data set. On to the sixth stage is model evaluation and result visualization. So after training the models, I evaluated them using the following performance metrics. The mean absolute error, MAE, so to measure average error, the root mean square error, or RMSE, to penalize large errors, and the R square score to determine how well the model explains the variations in cells. Then I visualize the prediction results in charts, in line charts and scattered plots using Matplotlib and Seaborn to better understand which model performs best. On to the seventh stage is prototype development and business recommendation. Okay, so once the best performing model was selected, I presented in a simple prototype format, such as Google Colab dashboard. The dashboard display predicted sales outcomes based on input variables like engagement, price, and number of viewers. Based on the results, I proposed data-driven strategies for sellers, such as optimal pricing, content timing, or promotional strategies. On to the eighth stages, or the final stages, is final output and impact analysis. So lastly, I compiled the research findings into a conclusion that includes both business and social implication. Business wise, this model helps sellers make more accurate decisions. Socially, it encourages MSMEs to use data as a strategic tool, promoting digital transformation and reducing reliance on into intuition. So, this detailed research flow ensure that the output is not theoretical, but also not just theoretical, but also applicable and measurable. It aligns with the goals of this course by emphasizing methodological clarity and practical impact. Okay, on to the next one is data and validation. Model validation is done by splitting the dataset 80-20 for training and testing. Evaluation metrics include mean absolute error (MAE), root mean square error (RMSE), and R square score. All data is secondary, gathered from public sources such as Kaggle, Data Reportal, and Market Reports. In future development, validation could be extended to include surveys or interviews with TikTok Shop users. Okay, on to the next one is application development method. I use prototyping model for development because it supports quick iterative solutions. This method is well suited for small businesses or MSMEs needing fast insights and needing fast insights without building full applications. The focus is not on creating final product, but on developing a usable analytical framework for sales prediction. Okay, on to the next one is comparison with previous research. Uh, previous studies mostly explored traditional e-commerce platforms like Shopee and Tokopedia. Others focus on CRM systems or general digital marketing without emphasizing predictive models. My research focuses on TikTok Shop and real-time user engagement data, creating a custom predictive model. The key strength is practicality and simplicity, aimed at MSMEs with limited access to advanced tools. On to the next one is business and social impact. From a business standpoint, the model can help sellers determine the best time to run promotions, adjust pricings, and optimize content strategies. Socially, this research encourage data literacy and digital transformation among small businesses. With a simple tool, even micro enterprises can start making data-driven decisions and grow competitively. Okay, next one is conclusion. So, I'm sorry. In conclusion, TikTok Shop is growing opportunity in social commerce. That's the first one. The second one is predictive analytics offers strong support for business decision. And the third one is the model I propose can serve as a practical tool for sales forecasting and planning. So I hope this research contributes both academically and practically to the development of data-driven digital businesses. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, Mr. Nanang. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.